Hi, I'm Dr. Randy Kamen, and welcome to Strategies to Spark Your Week. Today I'm going to be talking about cultivating gratitude. Jessica, a nurse, came to see me for the first time when she was in her late 30s. She had never been in a serious relationship and was finding herself lonely and depressed. We discussed the nuances of her past, and over time she opened her heart and became more self-compassionate and confident. Finally, when she turned 40, Jessica met a kind, loving man. They married shortly thereafter. Jessica was now about 41. She had a good marriage, although they had been unable to get pregnant. We talked about pursuing IVF and adoption, but Jessica believed that if it was meant to be, it would happen. She took a long hiatus from therapy and returned several years later. The odds had been stacked against her having children, given that she started to seriously try at almost 42 years of age. She never did look into medical testing or treatments or consider adoption. Her reason for coming to therapy this time was deep-seated unhappiness, sometimes even despair, about having missed out on having children. Jessica was about to turn 50, and she felt as though she had wasted her life. As we talked, she described having had a few medical issues and Michael's loving and supportive caring for her. She also had been recognized by the hospital where she worked for her excellent performance on the job. Jessica and Michael moved into a lovely home in the suburbs and had developed some great relationships with neighbors and other people from their community. In addition to our conversation, I taught Jessica some strategies that I felt would help her to manage her feelings of loss and help her to realize the many gifts in her life. Most importantly, I felt that Jessica needed to learn to expand and deepen her capacity for being grateful. Not the short-term feeling of thank you or acknowledging a kindness from someone, but a more deep, fundamental orientation in her life. Dr. Emmons, a leading researcher on gratitude, says that gratitude has the ability to heal, energize, and transform our lives. Gratitude is about looking at our lives from the perspective of abundance rather than scarcity. The benefits of gratitude can be seen in the psychological, physical, and social realms. From the psychological lens, it builds positive emotion, increases alertness and energy levels, enthusiasm and attentiveness. It decreases feelings of anger, hostility, and other negative emotions. From the physical lens, it helps us to feel better about our health, enhances healthy behaviors, improves sleep quality, reduces blood pressure, and motivates us to exercise more. And we tend to complain less about physical symptoms. From the perspective of relationships, gratitude strengthens our connections with others. We exhibit what's called more pro-social behaviors, which means we are more generous, more compassionate, more forgiving, more charitable, and more likely to volunteer or help others in meaningful ways. I suggested to Jessica, for starters, that she keep a nightly gratitude journal in which she would write down 3 to 5 experiences from the day, big or small, and then she was to choose one to elaborate on, writing a few additional phrases or sentences to delve a little deeper into this positive experience. In addition to maintaining a gratitude journal, here are some other strategies for building gratitude. Slow down. Take notice. Appreciate what you have. Thank the people in your life, not just for what they do for you, but what they mean to you. Practice saying thank you and a few words of gratitude. Practice saying grace before dinner, before meals. Think of your mentors and thank them personally or in your mind. Very importantly, befriend your feelings. however they come up, without running away from them. For example, when Jessica thinks about the child she will never have had, she can feel that loss and then move on to be thankful for her nieces and nephews and the husband that she loves. Other strategies are about helping others build gratitude and happiness. It's been shown that spending money on others makes us happier than spending it on ourselves. Write thank you notes or letters. For example, you can write a thank you note to someone that you appreciate, thanking them for what they have given to you emotionally, materially, or in any way that has touched you. This need only take a couple of minutes to practice. We can practice a gratitude exercise together right now, simply by getting into a comfortable sitting position, taking a few breaths to relax into the chair, feeling the full weight of your body being supported by the chair. Just breathing in and breathing out and feeling grounded in the chair. Once you feel yourself settled, ask yourself, what am I grateful for? What am I really grateful for? Take in whatever comes to mind. Breathe, involve all of your senses as you imagine whatever comes to mind. Just really soak it in. And when you are ready, gradually begin opening your eyes. You can do this with your eyes open too. Gratitude connects us to our hearts and to each other. It enlivens our experience of abundance. We cannot focus simultaneously on what is lacking or wrong in our lives as we do when we are thinking about gratitude. They are not compatible responses. So it behooves us to be grateful for all of our gifts. Over the next few months, Jessica and I discussed her feelings of loss. Simultaneously, we talked about all that was good in her life: her marriage to Michael, her work, her extended family, her current state of good health. She kept her gratitude journal with her and began recording in it whenever the thought crossed her mind. Jessica also began practicing mini meditations in which she would repeat her gratitude affirmation towards the end. In time, gratitude became a part of her daily consciousness. Jessa became more appreciative of her many gifts and was more open and loving with others. She began to see her life as rich, full, abundant. Making a difference in the lives of others became a more central theme in Jessica's life. I hope this talk sparks you into a place of greater abundance and gratitude. Please let me know if you have any comments, concerns, or questions. I can be reached at my website, drrandykamen.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of Strategies to Spark Your Week.